Candy Crowley, what's a responsible drawdown?
It's kind of like we'll know it when we see it. I think you have to look when they get to next July. You're going to have the military opinion, which I suspect will be given privately, and you're going to have the political mandate. And the political mandate is it's 2011. The president does not want to go into a re-election year for him having 100,000 troops sitting in Afghanistan after putting this date out there. However, he's also promised to listen to his military, and I'm not kidding when I tell you that responsible is we'll know it when we see it. It is a deliberately fuzzy word because you are not going to get General Petraeus to say, yep, we're going to start July 1, 2011. He's not going to say that. It was a deliberate word there that he chose quite carefully.
And he's entitled to go reassess. I mean, he hasn't been on the ground in a while, even though he's been over both the Afghan and the Iraq war. And my sense is the one thing that's really dropped is the December assessment. I think no one's talking about that at this point in time. Well, it's good, but it's not going to be as important as it was. And I think at the end of the day, he'll go there, and if they can accomplish the goals in the next 6 or 8 months, great. If they can't, I think they'll continue to reassess.
But isn't he saying, but hold on a minute, isn't he saying to the left, to most of the people who put him in office, by the way, and I'm not talking about Petraeus here, I'm talking about Petraeus' boss, the commander-in-chief. Isn't he saying to the left, the people who put him in office, I know I promised you, I know I told you, I know I made suggestions that I was going to be getting out of the war definitively, to hell with you, I got to deal with this politically and watch my right flank. Isn't that what's really going on, guys?
No. You mean from Barack Obama's point of view?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
No, I think Barack Obama has called us obsessive about this timeline, but I think when you listen to Barack Obama, he has been saying, absolutely, we will begin this drawdown in July 2011. I think when you hear Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, though, she calls it a, quote, serious drawdown. What's the difference between a serious drawdown and a responsible drawdown and what the President of the United States has been saying, right?
Well, but he also said
same as Biden.
Close down Gitmo by January of this year, and that didn't happen. So deadlines don't mean a whole lot.
Martin, you get the last word. Go.
President Barack Obama has a huge problem. That is, if Democrats in the House, forget what Senator Dianne Feinstein says by saying we're moving forward. If the Democrats in the House sit here and say we're not going to fund this effort, he has a greater problem. When Petraeus is talking, he is really trying to instill some sense of confidence in Democrats so they don't go there, because then you have House Democrats being against his president. And look, the left did not like the expansion of war. Enthusiasm is down. It will likely hurt them in November. He cannot afford Democrats saying, forget about it, we're not going to walk in here with you.
We'll let it go at that. We'll let it go.